So I'm at the Georgian National Museum right now, which is in Tbilisi, and I'm in an exhibition about the Soviet occupation of Georgia. It's kind of a pretty sad one. It's about all the Georgians that died when the Bolsheviks invaded Georgia, which actually made Georgia part of the Soviet Union. And the other reason why most people don't know that Georgia is a country, because it didn't become a country until the fall of the Soviet Union. So this is an old Soviet banner from the Communist Party. You can probably tell because it's red. There's Dядя, also known as Lenin. It's Коллектив коммунистического труда, which means a collective of the communist effort. Many people don't know this, but Stalin, who actually momentarily showed up on this film over here, was actually Georgian himself. So he comes into power right after Lenin during a political vortex that occurred after the death of Lenin, and he's the one that fights with Trotsky for control of the party. He ends up winning. So a son of Georgia, and Stalin, I think, is still a pretty controversial character here in general. Do you celebrate the fact that he's a son of Georgia and ended up being one of the most notorious figures in history, or do you kind of pretend like he never existed? Here's a nice little quote from Stalin, the guy we were just talking about, which is "Жить стало лучше, жить стало веселее," which means living became better, living became more fun. But the the guys that made this exhibition did a pretty good job of juxtaposing that against the fact that from 1921 to 1941, 72,000 persons were shot, 200,000 were deported, and at that point there was only about 4 million people that lived in Georgia at the time. So not fun and not better for a lot of people in Russia, or sorry, in Georgia at the time. And say what you want about the man and his politics, but it's hard to deny that Stalin was pretty fucking sexy. I mean, look at that mustache, that fucking mane of hair. He was a lion of a man, a bear lion. That should be a new category. So after the museum, I decided that I wanted to get some beer at a local brewery in Tbilisi called Irani. But what I did not know is that Georgian men are super into breaking out into spontaneous song. So listen and enjoy the sounds of drunken Georgian men in Tbilisi.
Stalin say like and subscribe.